The civil war in Syria may no longer be in the headline news as the world struggles through the coronavirus pandemic, but a decade after the crisis began, Syria's people continue to suffer as much as ever. More than 465,000 Syrians have been killed in the fighting, over a million injured, and over 12 million, half of the country's pre-war population, has been displaced. Since this war is extremely complicated with all the different countries taking part in the war and the people who participate in it, it is helpful to go back to the start of the Syrian civil war and understand this complex war without any confusion. It started out with two sides, the Syrian President Assad's side and the rebellion. The rebellions first started with peaceful protests in 2011, but after Assad started shooting, the rebels shoot back. Because of this, some Syrian soldiers even defect from the Assad side and join the rebels. Many people from around the world want to take the rebellion's side, and jihadists join the rebellion. Assad supported this, as releasing jihadist prisoners would intimidate the protesters. In 2012, just as the war has started, the Kurdish, who wanted autonomy over Syria, started to become part of the war as a separate side. Now there are three sides: Assad, the Kurds, and the rebels. Iran, which was Assad's very important ally, started to send weapons and supplies to Assad in Syria by the end of 2012. To counter Iran's influence, Saudi Arabia started sending weapons and supplies to the rebellion through Turkey. Both were on the rebels' side. To counter Saudi Arabia's influence, Iran steps up by sending a Lebanese militia called Hezbollah to attack on Assad's side, and it goes on in a chain. Saudi Arabia really stepping up with more material this time through Jordan, who is also supporting the rebellion. This is the first stage of confusion because now it is a three-way war, and to make it more confusion, even the USA joins the war now on the Kurdish side. In February 2014, something changes the war completely. A group called the Islamic State of Iran and Syria, or ISIS, separates from the rebels, making this war a four-way war. At this point of time, the war gets a lot confusing as the USA trains rebels to attack ISIS and not Assad, but Turkey, which was on the same side as the US, is attacking the Kurdish and not ISIS. USA has plans to attack ISIS, but countries from the same side have different focuses. Soon after ISIS separates from the rebellion, it was USA's job to start bombing ISIS with the help of the Kurdish militia. Sometime later, Russia joins the war as an alliance to Assad and tries to bomb ISIS, but only ended up bombing some of the rebels. Starting 2016, Donald Trump got elected as President of the United States. Assad takes control of Aleppo, destroying the rebels' last urban stronghold remaining. Assad also starts using chemical weapons against the rebels, killing 85. At this point in time, Donald Trump said that his feelings have changed really much towards what Assad did, and Trump sends Tomahawk missiles at once to strike an airbase in Syria. This was the first time in the war that the US has directly attacked Assad's region. All sides of the war have countries that are backing up these sides, and whatever Assad tries, the rebels persevere. Currently, it looks like there is no end in sight.